Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. Our top story, the NIA has arrested 16 people in relation to the violence that took place in Bengal last year in March. 16 people have been arrested for conspiracy and attack. NIA in its statement said that the arrests have been made on the basis of revelations that came to light during the probe. The incident took place on 30th March 2023 during a Ram Navami procession in Uttar Dinajpur. Joining us is Saurabh Gupta on the phone line. Saurabh, what are the other details emerging out of this story?
Well, this was a case handed over to the NIA by the Calcutta High Court after hearing, the state administration and also, the NIA side. This was on a petition moved in the Calcutta High Court. And what the NIA says is that they had, initially 162 persons had been named in the FIR in the violence that was triggered by an attack at Tajmul Chowk in Bengaluru, which is in that district. And subsequently, once the High Court ordered the transfer of the cases related to communal violence during Ram Navami celebrations to the NIA has taken up an investigation of 6 such cases, including this case. They have arrested 16 accused and, they've identified them by name. And all of them, the NIA says, are residents of Dalkola, and the NIA says they're continuing with further investigations in the case. Now, this is important because of the fact that, this is almost a year since these cases have happened. And now, again, the NIA, of course, has declared that they have been able to finally crack the case and, get people who were behind this attack to actually finally, bring them to justice and face the law.
Right. Saurabh Gupta, thank you very much for bringing us all those details. And all eyes are on February 27th, the Rajya Sabha elections, with the final round of nominations having concluded. 56 seats of the upper house will go to the polls to fill up vacancies that will arise in April. It is a battle of 15 seats that are spread across Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, 11 candidates will be fighting for 10 Rajya Sabha seats. In Karnataka, 5 will be fighting for 4 Rajya Sabha seats. And in Himachal Pradesh, BJP has forced contest on a lone seat. Pratibha Raman gives us more details.
Well, as far as the Congress is concerned, like you rightly pointed out, all roads seem to be heading to Hotel Hilton at Bengaluru's Thani Sandra. Now, this is mainly because initially the Congress, the numbers that you saw stood at around 138, which is exactly what was needed for 3 candidates that were nominated by the Congress as well as others. So this includes Congress MLAs as well as independent MLAs. But now with the sudden demise of one Congress MLA, the number falls one short, and that is 137. But as far as the BJP JDS combined, that is the NDA is concerned, in Karnataka, they have nominated 2 candidates, and one of the candidates, that is the 5th candidate, which is the surprising candidate that has been nominated by the NDA, falls short of 7 votes. Now this will give rise to 5 candidates in the fray for 4 seats, and that will give rise to cross-voting, which is precisely why the Congress wants to ensure that this becomes a prestige issue for them, especially after the sweeping victory of the Congress in the recent Karnataka Assembly election. And that is why they want to keep their flock together at the Hilton Hotel. And soon after the Congress Legislative Party meeting that is underway right now, they will all be staying at the Hilton Hotel, and tomorrow they will all head to the Rajya Sabha election. All eyes are on this 5th candidate and the cross-voting that could perhaps take place.
A big blow to Congress MP Karti Chidambaram. The Enforcement Directorate has filed a charge sheet in Delhi's Rouse Avenue court naming Karti as the number 1 accused in a Chinese visa scam case with charges of money laundering. Now, 7 others have also been named in the charge sheet. Neeta Sharma gets us more details.
The Enforcement Directorate has filed the charge sheet against 52-year-old Kartik Chidambaram, who is the Congress MP. The case is that visa was given to 263 Chinese national way back in 2011, and 50 lakh of payment was made for issuance of this visa. This case of Enforcement Directorate stems out of the CBI case. The CBI case is that the CBI FIR states that 50 lakh kickbacks was received by Mr. Kartik Chidambaram by a top executive of Vedanta Group. Actually, they were setting up a power project in Punjab, and the project was running behind schedule. So these people needed visa to be extended, and when the visa was extended, kickbacks were received by Kartik Chidambaram. The CBI FIR says that. Now ED also has the same FIR. Based on the same FIR, they have also charged Kartik Chidambaram under PMLA. However, Mr. Kartik Chidambaram has claimed that this is a bogus case, and they obviously want to target his father, Mr. P. Chidambaram. Not only that, he says, I have not even got involved in issuing of one visa, let alone 250 visas, which the ED has mentioned in the charge sheet. The charge sheet was filed on 25th of January. The court is yet to take a cognizance. The court has set a date for March 16th when the case would come up for hearing. This is the third case in which Enforcement Directorate has charged Kartik Chidambaram. The previous two cases pertain to INX Media and also Aircel Maxis.
Bengaluru is struggling with an acute water crisis with the onset of summer, prompting a 24-hour water supply cut starting Tuesday. Over 200 talukas in the state have been declared drought hit. Low water levels in reservoirs near the city and the receding groundwater levels have forced the city water board to prioritize other water resources like the Kaveri Basin to meet the city's drinking water needs. Now, tanker prices have also significantly gone up. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar said the government is exploring the possibility of digging more borewells to solve the issue, even as the BJP has slammed the state government for not solving the water crisis despite multiple representations.
Even before summer sets in, every drop of water counts in Bengaluru. With depleting water at reservoirs and receding groundwater levels after a poor monsoon last year, people in several parts of the city have begun to feel the heat. Kavita from Horamau is among those who has begun spending a large part of her savings in water tankers, prices of which have shot up from 500 rupees for 5,000 litres to up to 2,000 rupees.
10,000 है मेरे समला, 6,000 है बड़ा का आपको 4,000 पकड़ ले मैं क्या करेंगे? कमाई सभी बच्चा हमको करना, पानी को देना, आप घर को भी मैं देखना, मैं अब क्या करना, काम भी होता चाहिए हमको.
First demand from most citizens forced to buy water is uniform price. But there are bigger issues to be addressed for a thirsty city. Bengaluru's lifeline is Kaveri water supply of 1,450 million litres per day. The city now also draws 700 million litres per day from around 10,000 borewells. With reservoirs and lakes drying up, there is now a shortage of around 1,650 million litres per day. And worst affected areas are KR-Puram, Horamau, Mahadevpura, RR Nagar and Whitefield. Across Karnataka, 223 of 236 taluks have been declared drought hit, and 7,082 villages are at the risk of facing water shortages. Desperate for solutions, the Karnataka government is now exploring the possibility of digging more borewells.
Some MLAs have suggested that there are about 1,500 feet of borewell has been drilled. Yesterday in my Janta Darshan program, to drill the same borewell at 5,500 meters more. That is also I am exploring the possibility. In some places we will have new borewell, in some places we will try to drill those old borewell.
We are talking about 1.3 crore people in Bengaluru, and still there is a deficiency of around 1,650 million litres per day. And that is why people have been demanding water. The parched areas of Greater Bengaluru and the people living over there are the ones who are suffering. With camera person Govind, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
As farmers observe Quit WTO Day and burn effigies, traffic was affected at the Delhi-Uttar Pradesh borders in view of a tractor march of farmers to the national capital. Now, farmer groups have demanded that Prime Minister Modi, attending the 13th Ministerial Conference of WTO in Abu Dhabi, should negotiate with the developed countries to keep agriculture out of the World Trade Organization.
Farmers from Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh brought tractors out in large numbers, raising slogans and burning effigies as they observed Quit WTO Day on Monday. Farmer groups demanded that Prime Minister Modi, attending the 13th Ministerial Conference of WTO in Abu Dhabi, should negotiate with the developed countries to keep agriculture out of the World Trade Organization. If not, the protesters threatened to intensify their agitation. Given the scale of the protest, the police were alert on the Delhi borders. The protest led to traffic snarls at several locations. The commuters who face the brunt of such protests regularly want the government and the farmer groups to hold dialogues and resolve these issues.
We covered 100 kilometers extra to reach Delhi और इतना परेशान हुआ है and I just request the government कि इनको हटाओ and farmers को भी please दूसरों को परेशान मत करो.
It has to be done. They should be coming face to face and sort those things out because, you know, if they get the common ground, which is also very important.
With farmers today observing a Quit World Trade Organization Day with tractor protests being held at different national highways and state highways, the general commuters here are concerned that it would again bring inconvenience after the slight relief that they received after 12 long days as the Singhu and the Tikri border opened partially for the vehicular movement. Thus, they believe that a dialogue between the farmer groups and the government at this point of time is very necessary so that the normal citizens here do not get impacted. Now, this is Ishika Verma with Vijay Sushil Rathi reporting for NDTV.
We'll slip into a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. With the Hungarian parliament having approved Sweden's NATO accession bid, the last hurdle to Sweden joining NATO has been cleared for the Nordic nation. Hungary was one of only two nations in NATO, including Turkey, who were holding out Sweden's entry into the military alliance. The PM Orban-led Hungarian government had accused Sweden of peddling lies against and of vilifying Hungarian institutions.
Svéd-magyar hadipari együttműködés és Svédország NATO csatlakozása erősíti Magyarország biztonságát, így kérem képviselőtársaimat, a mai napon szavazzák meg a Svédország NATO csatlakozásáról szóló országgyűlési határozatot.
And Vishal Vivek joins us on the phone line. Vishal, Sweden's NATO accession bid has finally been approved. What does it mean for Sweden? And Sweden has been wanting to join NATO for some time now.
That's right, Osama. So, to give you a sense of what it means for Sweden, its Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson just said that it's a historic day for the country. So, we can recall that soon after the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, just about 2 years ago, Sweden and its neighboring nation Finland had applied to join the NATO bloc. And so it has sort of ended a long-standing stance of these countries of non-alignment. So that has changed now with Finland and now Sweden set to join the bloc. So Finland has become the 31st member and Sweden will become the 32nd member. So on Monday, Hungary had finally, followed and with 188 members of the parliament, they have voted in favor and 6 have voted against it. Earlier, before that, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban had asked fellow lawmakers to approve Sweden's bid, so it was sort of expected. And before that also, he had indicated that they would support Sweden's bid. So all opposition parties except the few parties have, voted in favor of the ratification. And one more point to be noted here is that Hungary has also signed a deal to acquire 4 Swedish-made fighter jets, expanding its fleet. So now that the parliament is approved, the president is expected to sign it in the coming days, and then it will, follow the required procedure, and Sweden will join the bloc.